Hello, and welcome to my build diary for day 3 of my Flameblast Totem Hierophant build. So, quite a bit has changed today. I have 50 maps done so far. I have legally done a red tier map so far. As far as completion goes, I'm still just kind of trying to get all of the tiers done. I did kind of hit a brick wall in yellow tier maps, though, for some reason, especially 8s. I just keep only getting Colonnade and Scriptorium. Same with 9s. I'm not sure why. I've done a couple, or 110. I've done an 11. I've got an 11 and 12 to do. I also have a Trop Island to do. As far as gear goes, some things have changed, some things have stayed the same. I put just some random thing instilling orbs on my flasks. The only one that really hit was my amethyst. The rest of them are just kind of whatever. We can actually, Okay, well, that's better than what it was. Helmet is new. I got this as a drop. I ID'd it. It's got decent res, a little bit of ES, so I slapped some lightning res on it, and we're good. Amulet is still the same. Body armor is still the same. I did get this sapphire ring, which has chaos res on it. Gloves are still the same. Belt's the same. Boots are the same. This ring I actually got from June. She spawned in a map. It dropped and ID'd with +1 minimum endurance charges. So I'm now sitting on 5 endurance, 5 power charges. You'll see I did swap back over to wands, mainly because I'm trying to get cast speed. So I have a profane wand here that I've just been essence spamming, chaos spamming, trying to get cast speed and then either increased fire or flat fire. Increased flat fire with increased fire damage with flat fire damage, and then another cast speed roll, which is also why I'm out of chaos orbs, and my essences are kind of dwindling down. Eventually, I will swap back to scepters more than likely once I can get a fractured one, probably a void scepter with fractured cast speed. As far as my passive tree goes, I did change some things up. I swapped the pathing of the start over to here. I dropped all of the fire, dot, and ignite nodes and went ahead and threw them into block. I also swapped over the chance to ignite node to the effective non-damaging elements. I also decided to take crit strikes do not inherently ignite. It gives you increased damage with hits against ignited enemies. So when I do ignite, I just do more damage. I did take out the elemental proliferation gem, which is the original idea of why I swapped out of ignite. It didn't feel like it was prolifing enough to really make a difference. And swapping in crit definitely jacked my damage up. I did go ahead and do Uberlab for the Arcane Surge, and let me tell you, this on paper doesn't look like it makes a big difference, but that cast speed is insane. Speaking of which, that is why when I realized how good that cast speed was, that's why I decided to swap back over to wands, find a profane wand, and go the cast speed route. I did go ahead and add spider silk robes to my chance filter. So I figure when this tab gets full, I'm just going to go through and chance them all, try to get a soul mantle. When I do get a soul mantle, that'll let me take out spell totem support, and I think I'm going to swap in faster casting just to get more cast speed. Because right now with my lightning golem, it is just, you drop the totems on a boss and it's just fucking machine gun. It's nice. You'll see it in the map here. Speaking of golems, I'm trying to decide if I want to path over to Golem Commander, because that would give me 80% increased effect of buffs, which is the attack and cast speed. If I did that, basically I would drop these 3 nodes, and I would path up through this jewel socket and then come across here to Golem Commander. That would also let me grab the... which node is it? The effect of curses, so that would jump my flammability up. I did go ahead and put Flame Surge on my Arcanist brand, just because it's going to give me another chance to ignite, which, because of the mastery, if we do ignite, or if an enemy's ignited and we crit, we just do 100% more, or 100% increased damage. So yeah, one thing I did look at, because I was curious, I looked on the PoE Ninja website. Alright, so, if we go ahead and we go to SSF Mercenaries, and we look at Flameblast of Celerity, we are currently level 86, but I don't know when this updated last. Yeah, so we are on ladder, and according to PoE Ninja, I do have 261k. That seems to be about the medium damage. I mean, obviously you have some top ends, and then you have some lowers. You do have some really high ends, but you also have some hundreds Ks. So it seems like we're about, you know, mid-range on damage. We are very low on life. I have so little life compared to everybody else. But this got me curious why so many people were playing this build, because I couldn't figure out why. It didn't really make sense to me. This isn't like a good skill technically. But apparently Mantle made a video on it, and that was his league starter. So yeah. So I guess if you're in Trade League and you want to play this build, it might be expensive. You never know, though. So, let's go ahead and hop into a map here. So, talking about map mods, as we're kind of getting up into more of the, you know, where you need to look at map mods and kind of pay attention. The only thing that you, period, cannot run is no regen. Because you have such a small mana pool, and you don't have any way to leech, you cannot run no mana regen maps. LE Reflect is annoying just because your totems basically one-shot themselves, but you can just recast them, and even if you're flame dashing over enemies, because of Ancestral Bond, which is the totem node here, we don't deal damage, so there's no way we can reflect the damage to ourselves. As far as mercenaries go, I've just kind of been picking whatever seems cool for a mercenary to have with me. I think this one is currently using trap. Yeah, he's using lightning traps, which is kind of nice. Although the one thing is he casts conductivity, which overrides my curse, which is just fucking annoying because I don't do lightning damage. So that is one thing to watch out for on your mercenaries, is if they are casting curses, it will override your curse. And I don't think, because because they don't follow normal, like, PoE logic, I don't think you can give them, like, anointed amulets to give them, like, Whispers of Doom. So you would have to have an additional curse, not them. That being said, the shrine nodes, or the shrines do affect them, which is really cool. Unfortunately, I do have somebody that's using traps, so, like, he's not going to blow stuff up, and neither am I, because I'm playing totems. But you can see, like, even when we hit rares, we're, you know, 1 or 2 tapping rares, which is really nice. I wish that the Ignite was, and maybe I'm just not understanding how Prolif works nowadays, because it has been a while since I've played an Ignite build. But I would love to figure out a way to make the Ignite Prolif. Because I remember playing EA, God, fucking 5 or 6 leagues ago, and it was really fun. You'd walk into a pack of mobs, hit one of them with EA, and it would just spread through the entire pack, and it was super fun playstyle. So, I'm gonna look into that and see if maybe I can figure out a way to prolif it. But for now, this is gonna be perfectly fine. I'm in no way concerned about doing conquerors. I'm pretty sure I could do. I don't think I could do all 4 void stones with my current setup, but I know I could do my first 2 with my current setup. Obviously not directly right now at level 86, but you know, once I get low to mid 90s, I'm sure I could do conquerors in my first 2 void stones. I could probably do a shaper if I really fucking paid attention. But I'm gonna shut up here and watch this boss damage. And there you go. So it's just so much more damage playing crit, which makes sense. Crit's always been a lot more damage in this game in 9 out of 10 scenarios. So yeah, sorry there isn't any like juicy, you know, loot clips or anything today. I completely forgot to fucking record any gameplay today. I've kind of just been mapping, and so as far as Atlas Tree goes, I took shrines and strong boxes. I'm starting to pick up some map nodes here, and I do want to pick up more essence nodes. I'm probably going to pick up these 2 map nodes and then jump up to where's the other essence node? Right here. I'm going to finish up my quant wheel and then take the essence node. And then I may jump over here to take this essence node. And I might jump down here to take this one. I have been doing my Kirax, which has been a godsend, along with buying his inventory. Unfortunately, I'm out of chance orbs because, again, I've been chancing spider silk robes. So yeah, which, speaking of which, I guess we can go ahead and just throw 2 chance orbs on here. Anything? Nope, nope. And I don't have any scours, so we just render them. I don't think it's going to be too hard to hit a soul mantle. I think it's like a tier 2, tier 3 unique. I'm not really sure. Also, I've been using all of my gold to gamble for wands. That's actually wands and shield. And I think I'm going to swap to gambling for gloves. Probably going to go to ES gloves just and hope that I can get some fingerless gloves, which would be really nice. None of these look really too good at all. But yeah, I really haven't done any other mechanics. I haven't done I did the basic heist contract just so I could get a locker to put rogue markers in. But I haven't done any Kingsmart stuff. I did a little bit of... where's Harvest at? Okay. Oh, here we go. Does the juice not go... Okay, maybe I didn't get juice. But I did do a harvest today, so... Yeah. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for today's build update. Tomorrow I'm going to try and get some more clips that I can throw in the video here for you guys. But hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, comment down below. Let me know what you guys' thoughts. Let me know what you guys league started. And I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.